Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto live stream. Oh, wait a minute. I think my settings might be messed up. Can you guys see this? I think I messed up somewhere. I'm not sure. Need to also turn off the AC. Okay, you guys are saying we hear. Tristan says we hear. Let's quickly see in the chat box if you guys can all view it properly or if I made a little mistake at the start. I'm always afraid that my live streams they don't pull through because I messed it up somewhere. So if you guys could quickly let me know. And also, there's a little bit of a problem with the notifications I've noticed. No idea what that is all about, but it's unfortunate. That's what I do know. All right, quickly put in the chat box if you can see this. Dennis is, how are you doing today? I'm doing very well, Dennis. How are you doing? So it says here on my phone that nobody's gotten a notification today for the entire channel. But why? Johnson's caught the stream late. No, I'm actually just starting this minute. Because there's, we have 30 people in, but I think there's something wrong with the stream and the way it went. Let me try some. Let me see on my phone if we actually got a notification out. No, so why not though? Very peculiar. Well, not sure exactly why nobody's getting a notification for this video, live stream. Very odd, but we'll keep it. We'll cite it. It is what it is. So what's up, guys? Let's quickly cover everything that's going on, and I might just do a small little summary later. Then, if this stream doesn't catch on because nobody got a notification for some reason, it is what it is. And somebody says Brad Gallagher's saying case should end in January 2022 next month. I think that's not true. If it is, make sure you send it to me because I don't believe so. But all right. So, Ripple v. SEC drama update. Parties have 3 days left to supplement their arguments. I just saw this and I was like, hey, we need to start covering this because the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit, we don't really get too many updates about it nowadays, but whenever I do get updates, I should be covering it as soon as possible. So, renowned corporate lawyer, James Fillon, shares an order from U.S. magistrate judge crucial for the Ripple case. And he shared basically on his Twitter, hey, Judge Nedburn ordered the parties to file supplemental briefing on the deliberative process privilege in light on recent Second Circuit case. And when I tried to read through quickly, Jeremy Hogan stated this: the Courts of Appeals, which the Ripple v. SEC court is under, just issued an opinion which changes the law a bit for what is protected by deliberative process privilege. And this deliberative process privilege is basically things that a party may hide. So it falls under deliberative process. That's the specific privilege that these guys are claiming. You have different privileges which you can claim. And a privilege, in the literal sense, it's just that they're basically privileged to keep that information to themselves. Let's put it like that. Since the law has changed, the parties are being given a chance to rebrief per the new law. So right now there's a really big discussion about DPP, the abbreviation of deliberative process privilege, because Ripple is saying, hey, SEC, you're throwing every single piece of information that we want under this privilege, which basically means we do not get access to any information. Well, now since the law has changed a little bit, they also need to give up some new arguments and some new back and forward, partially, about this new privilege or about this old privilege, but in a new law. DPP is important as to whether the SEC has to provide certain internal communications about digital assets and whether they are securities. FinLaw told this was coming, and I've read the opinion, and the law change slightly favors the SEC. Let's see what the briefs say. quote, explain it in football terms. Well, the parties lined up for the extra point on the 2nd-yard line, but the NFL Rule Committee just changed the rule to make Ripple line up on the 5-yard line. The teams each have until next week to line up according to the new rule. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Well, listen, sweetie, sometimes dad changes your bedtime and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm going to give you 5 more minutes to get your butt into bed or I'm throwing your teddy bear away. Good night. I love you. I like that one a lot. So it's pretty interesting to me, though, how a change like this is almost, it's almost laughable to the fact that a change like this comes out just a teeny-weeny bit before the judge had made a decision on it. Now, I know she knows that this was coming up, so that's most likely why she waited. But that's pretty interesting to me. It's just kind of funny. And so we'll see a change within a couple of days here. It says here, in light of the decision, by December 8th, the parties shall simultaneously file letter briefs no longer than 3 pages to supplement their arguments concerning the defendant's motion to compel. So they basically just have to write a new maximum 3-page letter about it. Like I said on Twitter, okay, now if she could just decide the Ripple has won, we can get the real party started, huh? Yes, I'm waiting about it every single day. And Crypto Wolf also said, what's taking Judge Netbert so long? I thought she was supposed to force the SEC to give the privileged documents related to ETH and XRP. And David says, Judge Netbert is taking all the right steps to make sure the decision is appeal-proof. Hang tight, XRP will win. And this is actually a really fair argument that I don't really see so often, which basically revolves around the fact that the judge is making it such a deliberate, elaborate study, potentially because she does not want to make any mistakes for the SEC to come back on. It's fair. A couple other questions. So, XP Crypto Wolf said Judge Netburn has already given the SEC 2 extensions, so what are the chances the SEC are able to appeal if they lost the XRP lawsuit? Sherry said, a party always has the right to file an appeal. Whether or not the appeal filing gets approved is another matter, and there has just got to be cause of evidence to warrant it. And Jeremy Hogan said it's spot on. You can always appeal, but remember, absent a stay, which there won't be here, the trial's court opinion is law until the appellate court says otherwise. And what that basically means is, let's say the Ripple does win, right? The SEC can be like, you know what, we don't agree with this decision. And they can actually come in again and basically, how would we say that? They can try stir up some controversy again. They can appeal for the decision. However, until that appeal gets sort of in the real motion, the rule that was set by the judge at first is verdict. So at that point, if Ripple wins, then it's set in stone. XRP is at that point not a security. It is only once we go through the actual appeal process, things might change eventually. But for the time being, it is law, which I like. So a non-security designation would be the law while an appeal by the SEC is pending. And then some other person says, I'm confused. How does an opinion change by law? It is common for an opinion to change a law in the middle of a case. Or is it common for a law to change like that? That is directly affected by the change? Simpleton here just trying to comprehend it. And Jeremy says, it happened to me before a couple of times. In fact, Florida just changed its summary judgment standard and messed up my hearing this week. We have to rebrief as well, which might be really freaking annoying. I'm glad I'm not a lawyer because that's a whole lot of work. But all right. I wanted to cover this yesterday night, but I was actually waiting for some additional informational pieces as well, because I'm not really, at least at that point, I wasn't really too sure what this would detail in the depths of it. Now, still not, to be honest with you, because we saw Jeremy Hogan explain it a little bit, and a couple of people down below here a little bit as well. But what the difficult part is, we don't really know what this DPP change actually results into. And he says it's a little bit more biased towards the SEC, which is not so nice. But at the end of the day, we do not know how to interpret the new change about the deliberative process privilege, nor do I think we really should do too much updates on it. We should just wait for December 8th to roll by here. Let's see what these guys actually put up. And let's see who's basically standing stronger at that point. Or, for that matter, we can actually just wait until the judge makes the decision, because at the end of the day, we can't really do too much against it. Now, before we move on with that, though, there's actually more that's coming in the meantime. And that's actually these decisions, which we talked about briefly earlier this week, like 2 days ago. There's basically a couple other things which are happening December 6th, that I gave you guys in the What's Happening December 6th update or something like that, or like lawsuit update, what's going on, something along those lines. don't forget, there's quite a lot of things which need to be answered by December 6th. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of stuff in the lawsuit going on right now because, well, tomorrow, at least where I am, is going to be December 6th. So I'll make another video later today or tomorrow where I quickly go over again everything that needs to come out tomorrow about the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit, as it's a pretty big update. So I think it's also worth a little word. All right, having said that, let's move over into part 2 of the video, which is not anymore about the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit. It's about China. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, or you enjoy Ripple versus SEC news, or you enjoy just watching the crypto news, whatever, make sure you press that like button to help the channel grow a little bit, to help the video out a little bit. I'm noticing right now we are at about 20 likes. Let's get at least to about 60. I think it should easily be possible. And all you have to do is just press that button and forget about it. Because at the end of the day, it helps so much and it doesn't cost you a single piece of bit. So unless you're not watching with an account, which I get, then of course don't. But otherwise, make sure you always press that button to support. All right, thank you guys so much. All right, Evergrande. So the reason I actually put this up here in the title is because, guys, I've been doing this crypto news for, I think, over 5 years now. So whenever I tell you guys something in this regard, I think I'm quite good with my assessment of what makes the crypto market move. And right now, one of the things which I noticed is, hey, about 25 hours ago, a lot of articles and all these major news outlets came out about China again. And even though they're not so bad necessarily, let's read. China's Guangdong summons Evergrande boss after debt repayment warning. It could literally be so that one of the biggest parts of the crypto market crashing right now was once more the scare of Evergrande. Because think about it, I always tell you, if there's China FUD, make sure you check back in about 16, 24 hours from now, because every single time, and I mean every single time there's heavy China FUD, the news starts to kick in the West like a half a day or a day later. I've noticed that every single time China banned, the day itself wasn't too juicy, but the next day was really, really bad. Last news about Evergrande, the day itself wasn't too juicy, but the next day was really quite bad. And from that perspective, I'm thinking now here as well. Yesterday wasn't that good a day for crypto when this article came out, but today was really, really bad. So it does make a little bit of sense that China news is just kind of like the culprit. It just makes a little bit of sense. At the end of the day, does it really matter? No, because almost every single article that comes out about China or about their Evergrande or whatnot absolutely make no sense. But think about it like this. The reason the whole China debacle is so heavy for crypto, for crypto in general, is because of the Tether connections. What a lot of people have said is that Tether has money, basically, backed with notes all from Evergrande. And so if Evergrande actually, goes down, well, that is basically very messed up for Tether, and that would make their backing up proper. And we just saw today. Guys, if you're not following me over on Twitter just quite yet, I highly recommend you to do so. Because if you just look at what I just shared over on Twitter, guys, let's take a little bit of a look at what I just shared over on my Twitter. On my Twitter, I shared this just now. Okay, never mind. I shared a lot of freaking stuff. Here, 1 billion USDT minted at the Tether treasury. That just came out. And another one, 500 million USDT just transferred to FTX. Why? Not sure. Maybe they're selling. Maybe we don't know exactly what they're doing. Point being, Tether is a very integral part of the crypto ecosystem. And they're moving it so much, they're doing so much, and people rely on it too much, I think. So from that perspective too, yeah, if something happens to Tether, crypto market is going to get a little bit of a interesting day going on. And for that reason as well, it might be why people are so scared. Somebody says it's a good day for Sologenic. What's the price up for Sologenic? And guys, let me know in the chat box real quick, where are you all watching from right now? I'm recording this, of course, from Dubai, as you guys know by now. Sologenic almost at $5, about $4.74. It's not really a good day for Sologenic, actually. It's minus 12. It's a good hour for Solo. Not too good of a day. I actually wonder as well how my trades are doing over on Bybit. We opened up a couple of trades early today during the first live stream that we did. This is the third live stream today. I just felt like live streaming today. I felt good. And because there's so much like action that's going on so quickly, I'm not really in the mood to make videos right now, because very often when you make a video in a time where it's so volatile like this, the moment you get your video uploaded, things have changed so drastically. So it's, I think, better to make live streams. Let's see how our trades are doing, guys. What do you guys think? Let's wait. I should show you. I shouldn't show you. Okay, guys, you know what we're going to do? If we get to 100 likes, I'll show you guys my trades right now. We opened these a couple of hours ago when I started streaming, all right? So if you guys want to see how those trades are doing, you can quickly go back and try to pause it, or you guys can just press that like button, and if we get to 100 likes, I'll show it to you. Every single trade we've done here, how they're doing in terms of profit, and exactly how much money we have in this new account, you'll see at that point. So make sure you press that like button. See, that's smart. See, this is freaking, that is smart. Okay, let's see what we got in the chat box. We got Norway, Romania, UK, Liverpool, Toronto, Canada, Nazare, Canada, let's see, North Texas, plenty of, trying to reach Dubai in March via PJ, New York, CO, what's CO? Dayton Beach, Russia. All right. We got a pretty crowded little piece right here. I'm still a little bit sad that we didn't get the notification out to people. This could have been a really fun stream, but I'm already happy that you guys are all here. We got DC, Sweden, Vegas, Denmark, Canada, Colorado, Morocco. We don't see that one too often. Huntsville, Alabama, Rocket City. Rock on, dude. Baltimore, Thunder Bay, Canada, Oregon. All right. So not that many people from the Netherlands here today. Let's see. Dusty, I'm skinned. I put it all on crypto. Yeah, guys, I told you all I put a fresh $1 million into crypto today. So if it went down, I probably wouldn't have made a video today. If crypto actually got another push towards the downside, probably would have not opened up my laptop here. Would have probably thrown it out the window and bought a new one when things went well again. But today has been a good day. I think we're in $250,000 worth of profit today, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, of course, our tiny little leverage trades, which are also doing juicy. Because I think I'm already up 24. I should check the phone. I think when I checked, it was like up 18%. But when I checked a couple of tokens right now, they're up more than 20% already. So, pretty juicy. Pretty good. And that's for our buys that we did earlier. If you guys want to see those leverage trades, guys, make sure you press that like button. Let's get to 100 likes, and I'll show you guys everything. Sometimes I feel like a dumbass for requesting these things, but I also got to make it interesting, you know, to get that like button up. So it's also like, well, you guys do one thing, and I'll show it anyway. If nobody presses it eventually, I'll show it. All right, let's quickly see here. I saw this over on Twitter as well. El Salvador increases Bitcoin holdings to over 60 million bucks. Tron's Justin Sun scoops more Bitcoin in solidarity. Yeah, I just saw El Salvador buying, I think, 50 more Bitcoin, and then Justin Sun bought 100, El Salvador bought 50, and then Justin Sun bought another 50 to match it. Why? I have absolutely no idea. They're saying it like this. All right, at first he bought it, and then there was Nayib Bukele who said, you must buy 50 more Bitcoin and match, just a couple $1 million more. Justin Sun says, done, just bought 50 Bitcoin more. And then El Salvador just bought the dip, 150 Bitcoin at 48,000. They're making it seem as if, oh, just a couple of coins, I'm going to just buy that real quick. It's still some pretty serious cash, kind of. It's 50 Bitcoin, man. It's still, let's see, how much is that? Is that 2.5 mil? 50 times... Yeah, I guess now the price has significantly changed, huh? It's like $47,000 or so. Still $2.3 million. Not nothing to just buy like that. I guess for a country it's a little bit less. But still, you know, it's not that easy as if they're making it sound, kind of. Oh, you just got to pick up, you must buy 50 more coins. Come on. Okay. Ooh, okay. Interesting. All right, we got to 80 likes. I think that's good enough. You guys tried your best. All right, so here's the long positions that we got. Da-da-da-da. Hey, we are in about $2,500 profit today on our trades we opened up together earlier this morning. One little sad part, guys, is I actually would be up, I think, way more because I had a good position on Solana at $191. But for some reason, my Bybit glitched out and that position did not last. But once more, guys. All these gains, every single trade you're seeing here, I opened this up just maximum 8 minutes before I started our first stream of the day. And I told you guys at that point as well, because we were at a loss on some coins even, I told you all, it is still replicable to even put up trades at that point. So guys, if you also want to follow along with my trades, the best thing you can do is just make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell on. This is juicy stuff. We Started out with $3,000 today. Right now we are at about $5,000 on our on this account. So we're going to double our account today, basically, which is really, really juicy. And the only question is, are we going to cash out, or are we going to let this one slide and just let this one ride to the freaking top? Because the thing I'm thinking, guys, is we don't know if there's going to be another big hit afterwards. But do you understand, guys, that I'm so ridiculously sad that I did not get the other Solana position in? Because let's see here. I'm going to show it to you guys because you guys can't see it. If you just look back at my first stream of the day, you'll see I did press it, but our computer lagged. And I think it might be due to Bybit. But if we check here my my order history for Solana. Can we see? Hello? Oh, Phil, I guess I should put. If we check here, we did buy at 192, but it was Cross that I bought at. So I quickly sold that and tried to buy back isolated. And then things just went wrong. But see the price? This was earlier today at $191 we bought together on stream, and it just didn't work out properly. Just look back at our first stream of today. We bought all this stuff together, live. And I'm kind of sad about that still, a little bit butthurt. Now, would it have been a huge amount of money? No. Would have only maybe been $500, so it wouldn't have really made a difference. But it's about the idea that matters. You know, it's a little bit annoying just. Because at the end of the day, guys, all I'm doing here, it's a $3,000 account. I made this pure so I can show you guys that you, with a small account with $3,000, can go really freaking big if you know what you're doing. My life's not gonna change if we get this account to do well, so to speak. You know, it's also for the thrill, and to also prove once more that even if you have a huge amount of money available, sometimes it's worth it to trade with the smaller things, so to speak. Because it's also about risk management, and at the end of the day, it's a percentage game. But let's say you have a $1 million account, or maybe a $10 million account, who cares? I still don't think it's very smart to trade with that large a sum of money. Because let's say you make one little slip up, you lose a lot. And look at this. It's pretty juicy stuff, you know? We put $1.9 thousand in on XRP today. We get $2,000 back today. We just doubled our money today. Juicy stuff, no? Juicy, juicy, juicy stuff. Let's see here. For sand, we also doubled our money today. We only put in 260 though, but we got back 320. This one I was most certain about, so I told everybody. And I told even everybody in my family chat to buy, and I hope they did. I'm going to ask him right now, guys. So let's wait for some feedback. Let's see. I need to ask in Dutch. I'll ask maar wie heeft crypto gekocht toen ik het zei? Vraagteken. So I'm asking them, but who bought crypto when I said so? Because this morning I told them, hey, these are the cryptos I bought today. It's already a little bit late now that I'm thinking about it, though. Mana, Sand, Polygon / Matic, XRP, Solana, and there were a couple other ones. Avex and Bit. No, they didn't buy. Oh, one of them said, my money is finished. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny that people have that issue up. I told you all, with crypto, one of the most important things is keeping some for a rainy day, so to speak. Is like, if you put all your eggs into one basket one day, you might get burned. And I tell everybody, to all my family, all my friends, never exhaust all your money. And luckily, one of the people was smart about it to buy the dip. So they all say I saw it too late. See, I have no authority here. You have a crypto professional almost in your freaking little chat box and nobody listens to me. It's interesting, huh? The contrast. Oh, my days. Did you guys buy the freaking dip? Oh, you know what one of my people says? I think it's going to crash even more. Knowing absolutely nothing about crypto. I also like that one. Yes, very, very nice. Little personal story for you all. That's the type of feedback I get. I give them an inch, and they don't take anything at all. Which I guess is also kind of good, you know? They do their own thing. All right. Let's see. Sologenic Snapchat is on December 24th. Airdrop January. Yeah, it's almost going to be. It's free money, so it's pretty juicy. I'm watching. Says I bought the dip. Now I got no freaking milk. Nice. Thoughts on Sologenic? Yeah, I don't really hold too much of it, but it's free money. So the airdrop part, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty nice. However, do be prepared for a big dump after the airdrop happens, because a lot of people like to sell off their coins after they've gotten their juicy freebies, you know? I'm so sad about her Solana trade. Yeah, I'm a little bit butthurt. It's interesting. I'm usually not a petty type of person. Maybe it's just because I did open up the trade, but there was like a little glitch that didn't make it work. You know, if I just didn't open it because I was too scared, it would have been different. But the fact that it did want to, but it didn't work, that makes somebody sad a little bit. Once more, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. It's purely the idea that matters here. Anybody know when we get our Spark tokens? If only I knew. But no, it feels like that is taking a freaking eternity. It feels like Spark is never coming anymore with the way it's going right now. That is one of the slowest airdrops I've seen in my entire freaking life. They do a snapshot over 1 year before actually distributing it. That's the dumbest thing out there. Like, why? I right now have 10 times as much XRP as I had a year ago. Who in the world thinks of a system like that? It's not nice at all, if you ask me. Alt season around the corner. Well, I mean, altcoin season could be here right now as we speak, to be honest with you. Do you expect MetaMask token any potential airdrop? What? What do you mean? I just have no idea what you mean with that sentence, my friend. Damn, says Dusty, how are you? Doing very good, Damn. How are you doing? Still on XRP been since May. It's a long time. I mean, that's not too long, actually. It's half a year. We've been on XRP for a very long time. And I've actually accumulated so much over the last year. It's kind of funny. Because, yeah, the last year has been my biggest year for XRP accumulation. I wasn't actually, guys, a little fun story. Even though I was talking about XRP a lot last year, I wasn't actually that big of a holder like I also told you guys. It's only been since this year that I think XRP really is my biggest hold. And I met a couple of big YouTubers, and fun story. They don't talk too much about XRP, but XRP is one of their biggest holds out there. Why? Well, because we're pretty certain, most of us, that the gains on XRP are going to be quite severe. And even though it's a long waiting game, it's a long journey, basically. It's like, let's say you are guaranteed to tenfold your money within 1 year. Even though you know you might have to wait 1 year and that there's going to be some coins who do really well in the meantime, because you have that almost guarantee in your head, it's like it makes almost every single other coin look too risky, so to speak. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think XP is like one of the best risk reward type of cryptos out there right now. Think crypto will fall again? We'll have to see. We luckily got ourselves a couple of good positions in, but you guys know now how it works, right? You see what we did here? You see what we got, guys? This is doubling. We more than doubled our money today. We more than doubled our money today. Can you realize that for a little second? How do we do this? It is very simple. If there's a really big crash like this, where it's so severe that you see just huge stop losses being broken, you see all the panic and mayhem. If you see a crash with this severity and such a huge candle with such a huge amount of volume, guys, put up limit orders. What we're gonna, not financial advice, but this is friendly advice, not financial advice, because this might lose you money. But by doing this strategy over and over again, it's hard to lose money. You'll most likely become a freaking billionaire. So listen up, kids. What you're gonna do, right? This is better to do up front because you have more time that way. But even now, it's still possible. We have now $270 in this account. What we should, theoretically speaking, be doing is going to look for a good juicy crypto that we want to have. Like, for example, XRP, Solana, doesn't really matter which one. Let's say XRP is an example right here. What we look for is, okay, we look for a good little basis for this crypto. A good basis is about 70 cents or so. So we put a buy order just above 70 cents. Now, I did put one just above 70 cents because, or just at 70 cents. I should change that. Maybe 71 cents, for example. Okay, boom. But I also actually should open up a long position at about 66 maybe. Let me see where my long position would get messed up. It would be at 69. So I should actually open up more at 71 to make sure it's basically mitigated. Let's put in, more orders I should theoretically speaking be doing. But let's say I also actually want to open up another long position at about, let's do 61 cents, for example. And what I would do is I'll put another order at 0.61 for some XRP, just a little bit to show you guys what I'm doing. Put up a long position right there, boom. It's not going to open until we get to that price point. You can see it's open here. It's going to buy my 784 XRP once it gets to that price point, and I should also do it for 51 cents. So what that's basically going to do is, let me actually put 1,000 XRP in. What it basically is going to do is make sure that if we get to those prices, that I'm going to get myself, a certain amount of XRP. And a lot of people do this. That's why one of the guys texted me today. Said, let me see. So this is one of the guys who often watches the stream as well and watches the channel. And I don't know if I could say your name, so I won't. But he texted me this. My freaking buy orders just got hit at 0.65 on XRP with a little smiley, a little emoji. Are you guys understanding that? So from that perspective, yeah, I always, I always keep going with that strategy, I guess. It kind of works always. I don't know. So Hans says, I hope it goes down to 0.12 to 0.2. Wow. A lot of people say that they would love for that to happen. You know the amount of panic people would have, and you know the amount of negativity that would be in the space if something like that happened? Even right now, guys, we can actually fall back down lower. All right, I'm telling you right now, don't think that we're just going to go resume with the bull market like normal again, like everything is just in fine, clear lines. It's hard to say. It could be that we wake up tomorrow with Bitcoin at $44,000. Putting up a quick little warning for everybody here, it could definitely be so. We don't know what's controlling the market right now. We don't know the actual underlying reasons. There's a couple of speculations. Could be the new variant. It could be China. It could be a couple of different things. But we don't 100% certain know. And from that perspective, I'm also not playing around with too much money all at once here. I am still prepared to buy the dip if we do go further. I can't really anticipate it going that much lower, just following logic. Because also, if you think about it, the crash which we're witnessing right now, relatively in terms of percentages, it is usual for a bull run. It's not out of the ordinary just quite yet. And if we do go down significantly tomorrow with some crazy percent again, it becomes kind of unusual. But it would also just not make sense for us to go back into a bear market just quite yet. But that's me. At the end of the day, you never know when the bear market starts. Because if you did know, then you'd be pretty rich all of a sudden. But we don't. Let's see. How long are you keeping your positions open? So you shouldn't really follow however long I keep them open for. If you, for example, now see, hey, you turn $3,000 into $6,000, close it, take your money, be happy. The reason I keep it open is for the funs and giggles, because I want to see how far we can take this one. So, yeah, you don't have to necessarily follow me for how long I keep it open for. As we've seen before, on one of my $400 trades, I was in $4,000 profit, and I even lost money on that at the end, because I was just too stubborn to let go. But that's also for the funs and giggles for the video a little bit. I just think it's more entertaining. For actual trading on my main account where there's a lot of money at stake, guys, I don't make these little small jokes. But then I also go in with more of a strategy. So I don't really, to be honest with you guys, I don't open this many fun positions where I open them and never have an intention to close them. I usually am monitoring exactly what is smart. And I do close them at levels. Like, for example, for XRP, I've actually already closed half of my position a little bit earlier. Because let's say, hypothetically speaking, right? You put $1,000 in, which is the money that you really had and you have to work with, basically. That's your bankroll. And now once you see it's doubled, you've doubled your bankroll. You don't really care whether or not they can go to 4 or 5, whatever. You've doubled your bankroll today. You have so much more power to work with. It's better to sometimes take that certainty and then basically take that to play around another day than to keep pulling that string longer and longer and longer. You never know when it's going to run out. Damn says, but I'm still here watching Bitcoin trying to make it above 50K. Yeah, what's the Bitcoin price at right now, actually? Is Bitcoin back at 50K? Oh, yeah. I think that's also going to be crucial to see where we actually close today. Because I would say, logically, if we do close above $50,000, that's a lot more bullish than below it. And the close is going to be in about 3.5 hours from now. So, whatever happens in the meantime does not really matter too much. It's about what happens at the 3.5 hour mark. Jon Snow has ever heard of the Carrington event? What are people going to do when a stronger CME hits the planet? Oh, maybe you mean stronger? Ever wonder why they want everybody to buy digital money, okay, instead of gold and silver? Huh. Interesting. Mayori says, BitBoy says he's dumping all his Bitcoin if it hits 40,000. BitBoy. Yeah, one of the major predictions that's going around right now is if we drop below 40,000, then we're going to go to 32,000 to 35,000. And since a lot of people think that if we go towards 40, 32,000 basically means bear market territory. They'd rather let go and not take the risk. But I don't really trust BitBoy with what he says. So I don't really take whatever. Honestly, guys, if you're watching his video for some crypto news, yeah, I think that's pretty solid. But I would definitely highly recommend against using his technical analysis to trade with or really rely on. So please, by any means, use whatever he tells you in terms of the news for Cardano, Polkadot, XRP, whatever. But don't focus too much on what they say in terms of where the market is going to go, because there's an incentive. You know, the more you listen to them, then the more money that they make, so to speak. So please understand the hidden psychology behind that. They don't give a crap of being right. It's about getting the most amount of follows for the next day. And as long as it gets clicks, it doesn't matter. So I'm just letting you know about that one. Once more, no hatred towards the man, right? He's on his way. He's doing, in terms of almost any way, shape, or form, he's doing way better than I do. Not that I really care. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say that I'm not happy, extremely happy and satisfied and anything like that. I'm just saying, no hatred towards the man himself, because he's doing his thing. If he thinks that this is the right thing to do, I will gladly say, yeah, sure, you do you. But I am saying that I don't think he's the best. Let's say I don't think their team is the best at predicting what the market is going to do. I think they're really good at making content, though. Let's put it like that. That's fair, I think. There's yeah, whatever. I wanted to say there's not really actually, not even me, I don't think, many people who can predict accurately every single time what happens. And if you tell me a name, I can give you so many instances where they've actually been wrong. Or where they do this. Yeah, so I'm thinking this is going to happen, but it wouldn't surprise me if this happens. So you cover all sides. You can always claim you were right then. Or people are sometimes a little bit not, well equipped enough to see that you basically covered yourself on both sides. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, all right? We use Bitcoin right now. Guys, I am expecting Bitcoin to actually close above $50,000 today, but it wouldn't surprise me if we close a little bit below it to actually beat it within a couple of days. Or, guys, and that's actually the more bearish scenario, if we do come down lower to potentially hit $42,000, maybe correct even a little bit lower, before then moving towards the upside. You guys see what I'm trying to say there? You can always kind of dim yourself in and you sound right. But that's why I always just say, man, this is what I think is going to happen. But at the end of the day, we won't know, because I'm also not a professional chartist like that. Like, there's a couple of people that are so freaking good. One of them is Chart Champions, for example, on YouTube. They're so good at trading. I can't even start to compete or do something like that. And maybe, for example, guys like CoinsKid could be really good with it too. Could very well be so. I just don't know, to be honest with you. So I can't really judge on that. But I just more so then go for people's personality now. Like, are they trying to be basically, are they trying to be right and trying to help people, or are they just trying to make the most amount of money as quickly as possible? They don't care about being wrong or right. Yeah, if it's the latter, I don't really like it too much. But if it's people who are generally trying their best and sometimes being wrong or sometimes calling out both sides, I might be on that exact same page. You know, maybe I've called out multiple sides as well. Okay, fine. But at least my goal is pretty clear here. I mean no harm to nobody by being, I guess I do care about it. I don't know how to speak perfectly about it. All right. Eric Crown is also a very nice guy, by the way. I also like him. Crypto Sniper, I do not know who that is. Coins QTA is excellent. Okay, I guess that one might be good then, guys. That's amazing. That's good to hear. Who else is good? Who else have you guys been following that's really been on point? How do I send you a personal message that nobody else sees? You can do Instagram. You can do Telegram. There's actually quite a lot of names I've never heard before. It's also kind of funny. I've been doing it longer than most of these guys, and they probably don't know me either, don't get me wrong. But I also, you start to see there's new people entering this space as well. Because it used to be so small. And it's so funny how things have changed. Crypto Banter Sniper? Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that one. Okay. Bearable. Aggressively average content today. I like that. I don't know what BC Backer does. Does he say hello, everybody? BC Backer. No, I have no idea what he does. I'm so sorry. I can't replicate it. I'm also not sure what Matt does from Moon Lambo. Hey, it's Matt from the Moon Lambo channel. No, I don't know. I should watch this stuff more often. I should watch. I'm gonna go and take some lessons at trying to replicate people's intros, and I'll come back to you. That's gonna be my next mission. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the little stream. It was just. I dropped something. No, I broke it. Oh, jeez. Oh, no worries. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna see you guys a little bit later today. Was a really fun stream. A lot of cool energy. You guys were really fun today. I like that. Amazing stream. This is what keeps me going every day. Well, because at the end, the streaming, some people say different things about it, but I like it more than making videos very often. So even though it takes a little bit more time and it's less to the point, it gives a fun little layer of connection, I guess. It's kind of strange to say, but I do feel about it that way. So guys, just know that every single time you guys comment, I watch it every single time. Every single comment you guys put under videos as well. It's always being monitored. I check every single thing. But even my team here makes sure that there's no comment left unturned. So if you ever have feedback, you can always put it down. I am sure, 1000% sure that it gets read because every single comment that gets placed on my channel gets read. Just so you guys know that. So if you ever place something down and I didn't respond, just know that there's most likely a good reason for it. But for the most part, if you ever have feedback, it does get read and it does get written down as well. So just know that. All right. That was all for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. I'll see you guys again in another one. And yeah, hopefully later tomorrow some cool stuff is going to happen. I'll update you guys tomorrow on my trades. But it's about to get interesting. Thank you so much for stopping by.